last session, you guys did some investigating in the lobby of the Department of Technology and Innovation. You found a stone runic key card, and you found that alarms had been sent off. They were aware of your presence. You guys went through the door. You found where the teleportation circle was, continued deeper in, and you found a room where there were these large vats of liquid and a handful of robots, or statues rather, around the room. As you guys investigated, a couple of things became apparent. One, these were more of Ivo's experiments in these vats, and Ghana particularly became very upset about that and made it his mission to try and save these. And so he shattered one of them with Ez's help. The other one, with Polaris' help, managed to get the lid open, and got two of these experiments out and used his magic to get them stable. And they are now kind of resting and healing near the entrance of the room. Meanwhile, as Doc looked further and deeper in the room, and as you guys shattered these, the statues in the room went into some kind of security protocol mode and have been marching forward, determined to push you guys out, get you guys out of this room. Lastly, as they had been marching forward and getting closer and closer, Doc in the back of the room found a door that led to the deeper into this laboratory. And as he opened it, he found a large operation room where yet another version of Ivo was visible at the far end, working on some kind of creature under the bright light of a surgical lamp, and the rest of the room was pretty dark. And we left off as the robots looked up at each of you guys and seemed to be preparing some sort of attack. And as Doc set eyes on Ivo, while Ivo did not seem to, or at least this version of Ivo did not seem to respond at all. And with this all having just happened, we will pick back up with today's session. You guys are now in initiative order. The first question that I have before we do anything, just so I kind of have a sense of what's happening with you, Doc, are you going to step further into this new room that you've opened the door of, or are you going to turn around and try to go back to help your teammate? You have to make that decision. You don't need to answer that yet. You are actually last in initiative order. So you need to answer that by the time we get to you. Last in initiative order.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First, it's you, Ghana. What do you want to do? Oh, hold on. Actually, before we do that,
Do some epic battle music.
I mean, this is epic music, but it's not battle music.
Yeah, we're still
I could
listening
fight to that music.
the lo-fi.
I could fight to that music. Right? Just saying.
Yeah. No. I got you.
Just
Here.
got to get a metal version of that song now. We got the lo-fi, now we need the metal, and then we can just have that as battle music.
I could arrange that.
There we go. All right.
Beautiful.
Ghana, what do you want to do?
So Ghana doesn't actually know. Right, because he's behind this giant thing. Ghana just saw Doc run behind this giant.
Yeah, he doesn't know what Doc's doing. You
tank.
just see these robots that are about to fire their lasers or whatever.
Yeah, so, he's going to tell Polaris, do not let them get to these, do not let them get to them, as he's pointing to the two stabilized people. And Ghana is going to assume a celestial form.
Okay. Oh, and I didn't mention this in the recap, but it is important to note that Ghana, both you and Polaris did notice that there was some sort of internal conflict or hesitation in these robots as they saw that you were helping these creatures. But it seems to, whatever it was, seems to have been overridden by their programming, and they're entering into, this attack. Okay, what celestial form do you take on?
I am going to take on the form of the archer, but I think I lost the token. I can't find it anywhere.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, I'll remember. If you can find it, then that'll be good. But in the meantime, you now have the form of the archer.
Where did it go? All right. Yeah, so he is going to 60 feet. Yep, that's within 60 feet. Ghana is going to launch a guiding bolt.
Ooh. Okay. You're gonna try to break open another container.
Yep. And he's going to launch the guiding bolt, and then as he assumes the form of the archer, he gets to shoot a celestial arrow. So if DM will allow, even though I said I still choose the form, if I can like double time it, where like I assume the form, draw the bow, launch it, and then fire the guiding bolt, and they like hit at the same time type of cinematic.
Rule of cool says yes.
We love the rule of cool.
So would I get the advantage because guiding bolt is hitting it on the other attack?
Oh, I think you just get both attacks.
Okay, fair enough.
Gotta try.
Can't blame a guy
So
for trying.
guiding bolt for sure hits. The arrow you have to roll to hit if you miss or not.
Well, yeah, I was just asking if the arrow would get advantage, because when a guiding bolt hits, it gives advantage to the next attack.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Sure. It's not. 'Cause here's the thing. This is not going to be a hard thing to hit. Like, it's not moving. It's pretty big.
Touche.
You know. It's not like it's going to dexterously roll out of the way.
We don't know that. For all we know, it's a mimic. Just saying.
So
We don't know.
it's going to be a 25 and an 18 to hit.
Okay, you do hit. How much damage do you do?
28 damage total.
Dang, great. So you fire this guiding bolt. It hits and a crack forms, and then your arrow hits right behind it, and it manages to lodge using the magic of the guiding bolt right in that same crack, and it just explodes open. All of the liquid comes pouring out, and you see that the creature comes sliding out in that same liquid as well.
Is there enough room to squeeze between the tank and the wall over here, or is it too tiny?
Yeah, you got to do a little kind of push yourself against the wall like Kronk and
Okay.
Emperor's New Groove, kind of do a little squeeze over there, but you can get through.
Ghana's going to just make a beeline and try to like get between the tank to try to get over here to the guy.
Okay.
But that is his turn.
All right. As that happens,
Just
so
bring
you're
'em
ending
all
your
to
turn
There it
right
is.
there. There you go. You're ending your turn right there. Jeez O'Malley. I think the only person that can really see right now is Polaris. Polaris, did you use the hide action before?
No.
Yep, I didn't think you did. So they see you running. They can't see Ez. Ez did hide. So Ez, you're kind of hidden inside some of these pipes and behind this little thing here. Ghana, you just ran behind a thing, so you broke line of sight as you ran over. So the only person that's within line of sight for them right now is Polaris. So, all four of them turn and look at you, Polaris. And as their mouths open and kind of unhinge, you can see that inside there's like a flame that's ignited. And they are going to fire, will shoot forth from their mouth.
Why couldn't my turn been right before them? Dang it.
No, right.
I was good.
Let me think. Well, you know what? You know what? Here's what I'm
for
gonna do.
me.
I wasn't gonna do an attack. That's the thing. Like
Kentucky
dramatically
Fried Polaris.
speaking, like it could make a difference.
No, here's the thing. 2 of them are gonna try and fire in the direction that they saw you going, Ghana. And then the other 2 are going to fire toward you. So that's too big. Hold on. That's not how big it actually is. Whoop. 15 foot. There we go. So 2 of them are, one of them will take a step this way, I guess. Boop. And it's going to fire toward you, Ghana. This one will also take a step this way and fire toward you, Ghana. And then the other 2 are going to fire in your direction. You're going to take a step. And the step.
Ghana, I appreciate you bringing all of the thunder to my doorstep. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
What can I say? So then, Polaris, you're also getting some flames directed in your neighborhood. Okay. Let's resolve all of these. Copper? Where? Well, how about this? We didn't really get specific about it. Before all this happened, what did you have Copper?
At this point.
Oh, well, then he is going to.
Yeah, he's on me. So
okay, I need all 3 of you guys, and then I guess Copper probably needs his own roll to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so let me roll for Copper first. Oh no, Copper's gonna die.
Can always
Okay,
rebuild
Copper got
copper. It's
3.
okay. Can always rebuild copper.
That was a 5 total for him.
Okay. What about you?
And then 12.
Okay. Ghana, you got what?
I got
10?
a 10.
Okay. And what about as you are in that area? I'm going to give you advantage as for your dexterity saving throw because you're already kind of ducked behind cover.
So, DM,
Yeah.
is this considered an attack?
This is considered an attack.
Then Ghana is going to grab onto the sides of his mask and use his reaction to teleport 30 feet.
Oh, heck yeah. All right.
Nice.
As a
There you
reaction,
go.
you just blinked
So
out of the
poof.
way, a la
to
League of
poof
Legends.
out of existence and appear in another space within 30 feet.
Amazing. So you now appear immediately next to the other creature, right? That's going to slit out?
That was the plan. I was
Right.
like, I want to get close enough that if anything hits me, I just poof right next to him.
But you know
All
what?
right.
As is expendable, we don't got to worry about it. Let's just.
As what was your dexterity with
I
advantage?
got a 22.
So as you just duck behind a pipe and the fire roars over you, like in like a movie when like someone runs around a corner and like an explosion rushes past them, that kind of vibe, right? And you manage to be completely safe. The heat is intense, but you're okay. You're just sweating a little bit. You don't know, as far as you know, Ghana just got engulfed in flame, and is gone when the flames are gone. Meanwhile, Polaris, you rolled a 12 and Copper rolled less than 12, right? You will need to take, hold please. You take 4 damage, Copper takes 8.
That was low rolls. That's good.
Okay.
And then you will take 7 damage, and Copper will take 14.
Yeah, Copper had 4 hit points, so you know.
Aww.
So I took a total of what am I taking a total of?
7 plus 4 is 11.
I like our entire front line just dipped.
Okay.
It's great.
Yeah. You guys hear like
Ghana's not
her
a front
scream
line.
really sad.
You got more front line than Ez. Polaris, your compressor cut you out on your what'd you say?
You sadly exclaimed.
I screamed a little too loud there. I was like, she yelled, "No, cop!" And I don't know how like these kind of creatures are supposed to die, but I assume he kind of like breaks apart and all that's left is just the rock that she used to imbue
It is
him,
exactly
I'm
the
guessing.
scene from Neverending Story where Artax falls into the pit of despair. No, it's
Wow.
no, yeah, he just
took that
Did-
full send it, you know.
yeah, no, he just
"We're gonna make it dark."
disassembles into his parts. So whatever like the magic was that was holding him together and making him kind of work mechanically, but it's just a pile of parts with that same the thing that was kind of imbuing him with power is now in your hand, and so you're able to kind of store all that in your bag real quick and maybe rebuild him again later. It makes like the Lego noise.
She's still crying though. She's definitely still crying.
It is your turn now, Ez.
Now, Ez is crazy conflicted. He's like, all right, I could dip, but then Polaris is just not gonna live. So Ez is just gonna like, Ez is a little frustrated. Ez is a little frustrated. He is going to use his bonus action, use kinetic jaunt. So he now has 40 movement and can move through things. If he stops inside of something, he takes damage. Obviously, I'm not going to try to do that. And he cannot provoke opportunity attacks. So he is now going to move 40 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So not 40 feet, 25 feet. He's going to use Thunderclap. So he's going to kind of like start flickering. Like his magic is like a flickering kind of unstable look, where he's kind of like going in and out of like dimensional space. He's gonna flicker through the two robots in the front. He's gonna like pop his head out on the top of like the one robot by like Polaris and kind of like wave hi, and then he's gonna like pat it on the head, the robot, and it's gonna cast the Thunderclap, where it's just gonna like again the same thing, just this big thunderous boom. So they both need to make a Constitution
how big of an
saving
area?
throw.
10 feet.
It is a 5 foot. So both of them can get in it.
Great. Okay, they both need to do a Constitution saving. See what happens.
Yep, and they have to meet or beat a 17.
Yeah, they both fail.
Fantastic. Sorry, 1 second. That is going to be 10 thunder damage.
Great. These two
And then-
both get hit with 10 thunder damage. You see, this seems to really shake them. 10, even with only 10 damage. They both, like, some of their parts kind of blast off of their bodies, and some bolts come flying out of their joints, and they seem like really rattled by this damage.
And then the last thing he's going to do really quickly is he's going to kind of, since he's kind of like in their space, because he can be, he's like literally sharing the space with them. He's going to kind of talk to both of them. I didn't want to do that. We are not your enemies. If there is some sort of conflict, help us. And then he is going to kind of wave to Polaris, and then he's going to kinetic jaunt the other 15 feet, 5, 10, 15 away from the robots.
Okay. Polaris, it's your turn now.
Okay. I'm trying to decide. Okay. Because she is upset.
Mm-hmm.
That copper was her baby, and I know that she can make a new one, and she knows that she can make a new one, but that was like, in this moment, she's not thinking about that. All she's thinking is her precious creation that was like, her copper just fell apart in front of her in pieces, and she got banged up, and she is not happy. So, at the closest one, she's going to mind sliver it.
Okay.
And with that mind sliver, can like she kind of say something? Can that like kind of come through in the mind sliver?
That's
would
a
that
good
be-
question. I think
Like, will you let me
as
do that?
flavor, I think that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so. But now I'm thinking, honestly, I'd actually no, she wouldn't say something. She was going to say something to them before. She was going to use message before. But now she's just so angry, it's just going to be like an angry, like bloody murder scream.
Okay, so she just screams at them, casts Mind Sliver on one of them.
It's an intelligence check, the closest one.
It failed that.
Yeah. Okay. So then it takes 7 damage.
Cool. Okay.
I don't know how it chose that with that dice, because that dice is so cocked, but
With 7 damage, you
That's
see
a good roll.
the one closest to you, like, basically takes a knee. It's not dead, but it's pretty severely damaged, and it's been knocked to its knees from the sharpness of this attack. Do you have any bonus action or anything?
After the scream kind of like peters out from her voice, she kind of at the corner of her eye sees the 2 people that Ghana had told her, like, take care of them. And so she'll move, because she has 30 movement, so 5, 10,
you can get
15, 20, so 20 to get to them.
Okay.
And then can I use are they conscious?
They're both asleep.
Or,
They're stable but asleep, unconscious.
I mean, can I, as a bonus action, shove a peanut in each of their mouths?
Like in Princess Bride when he puts the thing in Wes's mouth to make him come back to life.
Basically, I want them to wake up, like shove a peanut in each of their mouths and
Yeah, you could. Yes, you could do that. Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Peanut power.
It won't have any immediate effect, but you give them both a little bit of additional healing, and help them to stabilize by giving them a healing peanut each. Great. Okay, Doc, you're up.
I'm gonna do something to determine what Doc is gonna do.
Chaos. I'm here
I'm
for
nervous
it.
for this.
Doc is not being very perceptive on what's happening behind him. And so
I mean, you are behind a giant vat. It makes sense.
Yeah, that
You can't see nothing.
he doesn't see anything, everything's sound. If I would have rolled like higher on that perception check, I would have turned around. But I think honestly, based upon what he sees and smells in front of him, he walks into the other room.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
All right. So, Doc, you step in.
Door slams behind you.
1v1
4
boss
metal
fight.
bars come down behind you, and it goes doodle doodle.
You know
And-
what? He would be there for a one-on-one boss battle.
Joke's on you. I'm on
No.
my way.
The door remains
Oh,
open,
no.
and as you step in, nothing happens. You see the creature, the Ivo across the room, continues to kind of tinker away on whatever operating table in front of him.
Okay, Doc would yell out to this thing and say, "Stop what you're doing. This isn't right." And can you? That's what he would yell out. Stop what you're doing.
Okay.
This isn't right.
Okay. It's going to. We're going to go into a little bit of like a bullet time here for a second as this happens. It's obviously there's only 6 seconds total, right? So not a lot of conversation can happen. But as you step in, it's almost like all of the rest of the combat that's happening fades into the background, and you shout across the room at him, and you see that he is continuing to tinker. He doesn't actually even pause to look up at you, but you see just a flicker of recognition as he hears your voice, and he speaks back to you. It's not a very loud room. There's just some humming of equipment in here. So he doesn't have to speak particularly loud. He speaks firmly, quietly, but his voice kind of echoes across the metal, and you can hear him just fine. He says, "You're standing in the sum total of my life's work." He just kind of slowly looks up as he continues to work. You see that, like the other ones, he has
He would
6
have
arms.
a German accent.
Right?
I would
he
hope
has
so.
his
That's my expectation.
His 2
Or
normal
Russian.
dwarven arms, but then he has 2 additional pairs of 4 more arms kind of coming out of his back, almost like Dr. Octopus, reaching, and they just continue to work away. He looks up and turns his head to see you. And you can tell, again, he looks almost tired, but intensely focused. He says, "The dwarves were wrong to abandon this calling. Stone and steel and craft. All that matters is achieving mechanical perfection. And through it, immortality. You do not understand. But you will. You will." And he
Can
turns
I-
back to face the, you'll have a, yes,
Okay.
you'll respond as he looks back down, and he just kind of takes his one flesh hand, his left hand, and kind of does a gesture in the air, kind of almost like he's waving you away. And if you're familiar with maybe the Harry Potter movies, I think it's the last movie when they like engage their guards or whatever. You look around, and maybe for the first time you notice that there's almost like a library of robots, simulacrums of Ivo, lining this entire room, like shelves and shelves of standing. And when he waves his hand from fairly high up, you see that a few of them kind of dislodge from where they've been placed and drop down and fall with a heavy thud on the floor. These are the most convincing simulacrums that you've seen so far. They look virtually identical to Ivo and to each other. And 6 of them appear around the room.
6?
And he, as they land, a bunch of dust and smoke comes up, and you cannot quite see what's happening in the room for a moment. As you lose sight, let's see, we're gonna kind of move things around a little bit here. The dust settles, and Ivo is no longer at that operating table. There are now 7 virtually identical looking people standing in front of you. And he says, "I don't wish to kill you or anyone. In fact, I suspect you might be a wonderful experiment. I would allow you to leave if you would like. Or if you demand whatever this justice is that you perceive, then have your way. You can come forward. And now you can respond." And to be clear, the door did not close behind you. Metal bars did not come down, so the door is completely open behind you. But still,
I could bail if I needed to.
or call the S if you need to. You can do whatever you
The
want.
only thing missing from this fight is him calling Doc Pedal.
So, Doc does not know. They all 7 look the same.
You could roll as an action, or as a bonus action or action. You can roll for investigation to try and perceive any differences. As of right now, you cannot tell any difference. They all look identical.
Well, we know how well that worked before. You know what? I will use my my main action to check. So
Nat 20.
8.
With an 8, you notice as you look closer, you take a moment to pause and look closer, that while initially they looked like fraternal twins, they looked identical. They all seemed like no difference. You are now noticing that there are small differences between them. Some of them, but you can't. That it's not enough to be able to now tell which one is the right one. You just can tell that they're not all exactly identical. They have small differences. And you still have your movement.
Yeah.
Or the balance of your movement.
I guess.
Did I mention his beard is made out of tools?
Oh no,
You did
That's
not.
a really great.
You did not.
detail.
We knew
You
that,
did
but
last
you did
session.
not.
Last session.
I think I
you
mentioned it
said
before.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. But
last
I didn't say
session
it this
you-
time.
Let me give you a nice
Oh,
big
God.
picture of him.
There he is.
He's creepy looking in a cool way. Hey,
That is not the definition of cool, my friend.
yeah, creepy cool.
It's a haunting vision of your
Oh.
future, Polaris.
How prideful is Doc that he would do this?
He's the
And
ghost of
just-
Christmas future.
Yeah. Is Doc the kind of guy who would just try to do this? How does this become like some sort of like deep, compelling character moment that I was not looking for? I think at this point, Doc would not move. He would stand his ground and
Try to
communicate.
defend his friends.
yeah, like try to
Back to-
like
oh.
try to.
Shout back to your
Yeah,
friends.
No, he's talking to the guy in front of him. Like, there's a giant tube behind him. He has no idea what's going on back there.
Okay.
Now, if they start screaming, maybe more, but Doc would say
Okay.
Maybe Polaris
she
screamed.
did scream, but Doc would say to Ivo, "Why are you doing this? Why have you killed so many people? What is your goal here?"
Okay, so that'll be your bonus action. He just
Yeah.
responds, and all of them are now responding in synchronicity, and identically with one voice, and they all just respond saying, "The only pursuit is perfection. Ad astra, what is it? Ad astra, per espera." And no matter what the cost, we will achieve perfection. Once we achieve perfection, everybody can be healed. Everyone can have empathy. It is so close, and I will not let you stop me. And I now need to
Do
hold on.
initiative on all of them. Oh.
I don't have an encounter built where they're all together, so bear with me. See what I did
Oh,
there?
so we just nat 20 the encounter. Let's go. Or nat 1, depending how you look at it.
That's the end of your
I
turn,
would go with the nat 1 idea.
and it is
Yeah.
now back to you, Ghana.
Oh, unfortunately, action, spare the dying.
Okay, so you spare the dying, and you stabilize this
To
creature.
stabilize him, he is going to pick him up, and with his bonus action, you'll see the celestial archer kind of come out of Ghana, pull the string back, and it's going to fire. He saw them attack Polaris, so he knows Polaris is in trouble back there. He's gonna go ahead and fire at probably the closest one he sees right here.
At the robot.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do something really quick. As you did that, I'm gonna roll. Okay, as you spared the dying, on now this third creature, the two robots closest to you, you see, you would actually be familiar with this experience. This is a lot like what happened when Rusty was in combat alongside you guys, or initially against you guys when you were fighting Ord Casto. And you saw that her body froze up as she was trying to help you guys, but her programming was forcing her to fight against you. And as Ez finally broke through to her, she just locked up for a moment, and as like a computer that was shutting down and restarting almost. You see that these two robots closest to you both do that. They just, in seeing that, their bodies start to kind of go haywire, and they now are both, I'm going to call it like the stunned action, but they're basically temporarily like decommissioned. And so you can still do whatever you want, but I just want to make sure you know that action occurred first. So you can, do you want to take aim at them, or what?
If it is familiar to what was happening with Rusty, then I would change what I do. I am instead going to aim the arrow at this one over here. Actually,
okay.
Am I within
fire at the other
melee
bat?
of this one? Like,
you are. Yeah, you can melee that one.
Well, no,
you can melee that.
Step away from it then, because it's ranged. I don't want disadvantage. He's going to take a step away, and he is just going to look at the robots and be like, "You may be too far to be saved, but these are not, but they are not." And he'll take a shot at.
Okay.
Boom. Oh wait, I didn't
15?
mean to roll twice. No, the first one, I accidentally double-clicked. The first attack was 27.
Oh, well, you hit. Yeah, that's fine.
And for 7 damage.
Okay. You see a pretty large crack forms, and a lot of the liquid is kind of pouring out as it doesn't fully shatter, but it's close.
And he doesn't want to bring this creature toward the robots that are attacking. So he'll just put the creature down in front of this big tank.
Okay. All right. It is now the creature's turn again. Ez, when you went over where you are now, did you take the hide action again? I can't remember. I don't think so.
I could not. No, I could not.
Okay.
No, I used my action.
So you attacked both of them. You ran that direction. They saw you, so they are now going to try and attack you. You see that they both turn and leap in your direction, and
Did my talk
they are
no
going
jutsu
to
do anything?
What? Your jutsu?
My talk no jutsu. I told them that we're not their enemies and that help us.
So
now they have to help us.
How about this?
That's how talk no jutsu works. It's just instant. We win. Sorry.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Wait. This might
work. It's a good question.
Nope.
You are
nat
pretty
one.
persuasive. So no.
Not when I get a nat
does not
one.
work. So they both jump towards you and try to take a bite. Their mouths still hot with flame. Try to take a chomp at you. That's an 18. So one of them hits
Okay.
for 10 damage.
All
He
right.
dives and bites, he gets a pretty good chunk on your arm. The other one dives, and it recalls what you said. It saw everything else that happened, and you see that as it, again, kind of has this internal conflict. It's diving at you, its eyes kind of flicker, and it like twists itself away at the last moment and manages to avoid biting you. And that is all of their turn. It's back to you, Ez. It's your turn now.
As we'll look at the one that didn't bite him and just kind of nod, thank you. I don't want to have to do this, but until you guys are incapacitated, I do. So he's going to again cast Thunder Clap again.
Okay.
So they have to make a Constitution 17 saving throw.
Fail. They both fail.
Okay.
Is that the one that throws them
Oh my
back?
gosh. No, it's not. That is 4
that's a cantrip.
thunder damage.
4
That's
thunder
cantrip.
damage. Okay. You see one of them. Is there a way with that to do non-lethal? Is that an option?
That's up to you. It's up to you.
Are you trying to do non-lethal?
I'm not trying to kill them, but I'm trying to incapacitate them. Because
So,
thunder is
the one-
technically sound. Thunder is sound and vibrations, not like destructive lightning. So, like in theory, could be non-lethal.
Okay, so the one that is this one. Hold on, I need to grab the right thing here. Is going to be this guy. Is now, as that happens, it gets knocked back, and enough of its like bolts and gears get blown out of its body that it now does not have the ability to fight back against you. It's not dead, but it is now incapacitated. It can't do anything.
Okay.
It's all of its mechanical systems are starting to fail, so it can't move its limbs and things anymore. The other one is pretty damaged, and you can tell that it's struggling, but it is not dead.
Okay,
Is
then
that
I'm
the
going
nice
to.
one?
I mean, they were
That's a
both
good question.
trying. It's just it was.
Then I'm going to
roll
take
of the
my
dice.
movement with kinetic jaunt, and he's going to kind of like give him a little salute and then move through them. And that's going to be 5, 10, 15.
Oh, I thought you were going to move
20,
toward Doc.
20.
Just
I don't
random.
know. I have no idea.
you-
Because Doc didn't yell back what was going on in the room. So I have no idea. So my main priority is they all
Helping
dipped,
Polaris.
and Polaris is literally on her own. So
Yeah,
once
okay.
he gets to Polaris, she'll be like, "Don't worry, I didn't leave you." And he pats her on the shoulder. "We got
Yeah.
this."
Okay.
At
Then-
the slightly singed spot.
It is back to you. Oh, no. It's you, Polaris. It's your turn.
Have the creatures that I gave the peanuts to, have they like woken up?
They are laying there mostly unconscious, but like slowly, like kind of slowly coming to. They are, you can tell, very, like they don't know where they are, what happened, what's, they're completely confused and just barely, again, think a la Princess Bride, as he's like his neck is starting to work a little bit, He's like, "That's great news."
Oh boy. Okay.
So they're just kind of starting to get things figured out. But yeah, they're pretty discombobulated about what's going on, to the degree that they're even conscious. So the two over here are completely stunned, meaning kind of in a reset mode. This one's incapacitated, and the last one over there is the only one that still seems to be fully awake and in an aggressive state.
Okay, she's gonna message that one,
Okay.
and she's gonna message it. Let us help you. Let us help them. Help us. And we can save them. And she's like, physically gesturing, she's like trying to help up the ones that they
I see.
pulled out of the tanks.
I gave it a roll. Can you roll for persuasion?
Yes. 17.
Who needs a bard when you got Polaris?
Killer.
Good roll.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, you see that it looks at you, and it looks at the creatures behind you that you guys have healed. It looks over and it sees the creature that Ghana has healed and the one that he's in the process of trying to release from the other vat. It looks at the two other stunned creatures, and it the same thing happens. You see that it's struggling with its internal protocol, and like the other ones, it enters into this sort of like the code is at conflict with itself, and it goes into this paralyzed state for a moment. So all three of these are now either deactivated or decommissioned, and you can decide what you want to do next. As far as you guys know, Doc has just kind of disappeared behind that vat.
I feel like at this point, Ghana would probably yell out, like, Doc, where are you?
I'm gonna look over at Ez. We drag one, take one, drag one, get them to the transporter. Wow, words.
Oh, the teleportation
Teleport
circle.
circle.
Teleporter.
Yeah,
You're
get
gonna
them to the
teleport them to
teleport
Velrath?
circle. No.
Just out of the
Once
room.
they're awake.
Oh, I see.
Once they're awake, we can get them to. We can have them teleport themselves to safety. We can tell them where to think about, and send them to safety.
We know how well that works.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ez
All right.
would be very
That's
hesitant
what
about
did it
that,
wrong.
given what just happened.
You still
But at the very
have
least, getting them out.
movement and a bonus action, so you could drag one yourself too if you want.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do next. Is I want to try to drag one at least halfway down the hall, because I don't want to put them on the stone. I just want to get them like
Yeah.
next to the stone, in the hopes that they'll be able to use it to go somewhere to safety once they're conscious.
I will say that because they're not resisting you and you're not trying to pick them up or anything, and you're also not trying to take them that far, you can move both of them kind of halfway down the hall so that they're kind of, you've gotten them to safety out of this room. So that'll be your turn though. And that means
Yeah,
that...
I will.
Go ahead.
Do I have enough movement to be able to come back into the room, or do I have to be out in the hallway with them?
No, I'll let you end back at where you were with Ez.
Okay.
So basically, as you did message, and then you were able to move them into the and come back, and are kind of readied alongside Ez. We're back to you, Doc.
I think at this point, Doc would hear Ghana yell, and he would yell back, I've got trouble in here. And
We're bringing party to you, pal.
oh, yeah.
What is it? Welcome to the party, pal.
Ghana would not let him shoot the ring into this room with living things, so that's not going to work. I'm trying to think through Doc's thought process on this here. Doc would...
What living things are you concerned about?
I
I guess you're assuming on the operating table.
On the operating table, yeah. So...
Plus, Ivo is arguably alive, maybe?
Yeah, arguably, but Doc's ready to lay the smackdown on him. I think that Doc is going to go ahead and at this point...
I want to just, for what it's
I wanna
worth, keg of gunpowder. You can do that. D&D, what is the size explosion? 10 feet around it. So even with 6, how big is this room? Like, it would be a 60-foot... It wouldn't fill this entire room, just to be clear. It's like a 60-foot explosion, probably. But you would not necessarily engulf this whole room in flames if you set that off. There is a size to it. You want to do an investigation?
There, so
I want to try to do
technically
another
70.
investigation roll as my main action before I do anything else. So let's see. Doc's frantic. He's looking, trying to see if he can see anything, and he gets a 13 this time.
13? Okay. Let's see. With a 13...
He's looking to see if he can tell which one is the actual Ivo, or at least the one he had first talked to.
Right. With a 13, you cannot make out which one is the real Ivo. What you can make out is, as you look a little bit closer, you, Doc, only notice this one that I'm marked over here has some elements that you recognize as being slightly elven. They're pretty well disguised, they're pretty well altered, but you can kind of tell. And then this one you can tell has some faint orcish traits. So you are pretty sure that it's neither of those two.
Okay.
So you've got your movement and you've got your bonus action still.
I know.
Actually, for the sake of this, I will let you use your bonus action for the investigation checks.
Okay.
And then so you can still use the main action.
I think at this point, Doc just stays. He doesn't move. Like, I don't know if there's anything I
You
can
take the
just do
dodge
that's-
action.
Yeah, take the dodge action.
Yeah, if he... Well, I don't have anything to dodge yet. Can I prepare
Yeah,
Well,
if they
dodge?
attack you will.
So
Yeah, you
yeah,
can
so
prepare
taking the
dodge.
dodge action makes
Then
it
that's
so
what we
that
do.
anybody that attacks you has disadvantage.
Then let's...
Okay, great.
Doc, like, he's ready to defend himself.
Cool. So you told everyone that you were going to need some help. You take a closer look. You clock that a couple of these don't seem quite right, and you get ready for a fight. All right, I can get rid of all those other robots. Those guys have kind of gone into decommission mode. And it is now the turn of these guys. Rad. Okay. So,
Totally rad.
totally
So
rad.
that's exactly
Shield
what Doc's
effect-
thinking, actually.
Kill me now.
I thought you started naming them and you just were like, the first one's going to be called Brad.
Brad. No.
That's
Brad
what I
Ivo.
thought I heard.
So there's 6 of these. You see all 6 of them will essentially at once reach out and they will lash they each will take one of their arms and it will stretch across the room and try to grab you. You'll recognize this is a lot like oh no, I'm sorry, it's not their arm. Their mouths kind of unhinge, and this would be familiar to you. This is a very similar attack to what happened with Jack's Guardians. They open their mouths and the tongue launches out and tries to grab at your ankles and pull your legs out from under you. And so we've got, what is your armor class?
It's a 21
right now. Okay, so fail, fail, hit, fail, hit. So only 2 of them are going to hit you.
Okay.
And
Not too shabby.
that's not too bad. So you will take 18 damage and roll a strength saving throw.
Strength?
Yep.
Does that... Okay. Let me just do that real fast. That's a 21.
Oh, you succeed. Okay. So they try to trip you as they do this, but they fail. So it hurts your legs pretty bad, but you manage to stay standing defiantly. And all of them just look at you with this kind of scorn on their face. And that puts us back at the top of the initiative order. So we're back to... you, Ghana.
All right, hearing Doc say that there's trouble, he's gonna... He would turn to Ez and Polaris and say, "Can you handle this?"
Wait, handle what?
Like this situation.
The other guy.
Well, they're deactivated. Or
I
incapacitated.
figured you meant
Well,
the
he's
third,
just talking
the
about
third
like the
creature.
situation here. Like, can you guys handle? Like, he's asking, can I go ahead and assist the Doc?
Yeah? Why? I'm confused. Yeah.
Well, these
go
guys, they're
for it. Are
only
incapacitated
temporary.
or deactivated. Bear then stated that they were deactivated or incapacitated. So by that language, I assumed they are no longer in combat. Or am I mistaken by that language?
The only context you have for this was the last time something like this happened. This was with Rusty. And when this happened, when she came to, she was actually then on your side. Like she had overridden her programming and was now no longer fighting against you.
All right, then scratch that. He wouldn't have said that if that was the case. Then he would have just turned back and said, "Can you get the other 3 free?"
We can try.
I mean, you can, but you are. What are you gonna do? Heal him to death?
We could always come back to get them.
In Ghana's mind, they need to be freed immediately. Whether you guys do that or not is up to you. But in Ghana's mind, these guys take priority. But if you say sure, then he's gonna run ahead. They'll put him down. So, what? 15, and he, I guess, would be
you can get
behind
there.
Doc or next to Doc.
Yeah, so you rush in and you standing next to Doc, and you see the scene in front of you. You see what appears to you to be 7 identical Ivos, and all of them have weird long tongues hanging out of their mouths that just lashed out at Doc. And there's all the stuff that we talked about before, and Doc is standing there looking a little bit worse for wear. And what do you want with that?
He's looking worse for wear.
Well, he just took a hit, I guess is all I'm saying.
I'm trying not to metagame this on how much damage did you take. But is he looking
yeah, it was
like half health.
What did we say? You took 18 damage, right?
Yeah, Doc is. I mean, he is at half health right now.
Okay, I use like bloodied and grim, being like bloodied is like, are you below half health, and grim is like, are you within like 10 health of dying? Are you in like single
it was pretty
digits?
painful.
Doc looks like he's in a lot of pain.
All right, then Donna's gonna go ahead and he is going to use Disciple of Life.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
He just places his hand on your shoulder and you gain back 10 HP.
Sweet.
Killer. All right.
And then you see a celestial arrow shoot right over your shoulder.
Ooh, what are you firing it at?
He's just gonna fire it at...
You don't know which one is which, so you can just pick 1 through 7.
Yeah, he just assumes that these are all kind of the same as the one button. I guess he'd pick the furthest one, so like dead center.
That's number 4. Okay.
Sure. You. An 11.
That'll hit.
Okay.
How much damage?
For 9 radiant.
Ooh. You see this thing gets hit with an arrow, and it is like fried. It is not down, but it does not look good either. It is really looking like it's in bad shape. I don't know how to mark that.
But that was all of his movement, his action, bonus action.
Okay. Alrighty. So now, Ez, you're up. You guys are just standing in this room, like quiet. There's just a robot standing there. You guys just, So yeah, you're up, Ez.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay. 1 second here.
You just hear like shouting and arrows flying in the other room, and you guys are just standing in this quiet room now.
Ez is just gonna look at Polaris. Have they gone insane today? And he's just gonna
I
like
don't know what's up with them.
stomp off But he is ignoring. He's straight ignoring Ghana's request. He is like, I am not having it. He is upset. He feels like he's been abandoned. He feels he's been treated like a kid. No. So he's going to move his 40, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then he's going to action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And he would be, I guess, in the doorway, but not, I guess, in the room yet.
I mean, it's whatever. I'll let you can get kind of through
Okay.
the doorway to see what's going on. It's fine.
And you'll see Ez in the room, and he's going to be just, what the heck? And then that's his turn.
All right. And Polaris, it's your turn. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Doc, you're first. No, that's wrong. I have you guys switched.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
Polaris
after
is
Ez.
next.
Polaris
Yeah,
goes first.
Doc was-
Yeah, Doc
Polaris
should be at
is
the
first,
end.
I'm after Ez.
For us, anyway.
Yeah. That's what I got you guys flipped for some reason. Okay. Go ahead, Polaris.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just gonna follow Ez. Be like, I'm not staying here.
Okay.
And do the exact same thing and get to the door with the dash and everything.
I try to remember with feline agility, are you able to get there without having to use dashing action?
Yes, but
you
then I
could,
have
yeah.
to not move for an entire turn, so I'd rather use my dash for this one.
Okay. Cool. All right, so you get there, and all four of you are now in the doorway. Very epic Avengers style moment. As you arrive, you all see this. in
Not
front of you.
really.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're
Boots comes, or Ez comes in just like, what the heck, guys? And Polaris comes in just like,
The Avengers
Are y'all-
theme plays off tune.
right,
Yeah.
it's like straight off tune. Because yeah, Ez and Polaris are not happy right now.
And it's your turn, Doc.
Doc, at really not realizing that they had a bunch of trouble in there, is like, sorry, and just points at the giant, bloody, oily mess in front of him. And he... knowing that Ghana was able to like really fry one of these things really quickly, Doc just goes ahead and charges at you know what? Doc investigates one more time. I just want to roll a 20.
Does Doc share the information that he is finding from his investigations, or is he
Yeah.
keeping these to himself?
It's like I know where all the ones
Nice roll
that
there,
isn't
Doc.
the real him is.
Yes. Ooh, another nat
Yeah.
one. Let's go.
Why
Yeah, to be
is
clear,
my
everyone else has
bother-
walked in and they just see that there's 7 of these. So they don't know
Yeah,
that
and
one
they're
is the
like
right one.
identical.
Why do I bother trying to do something cool? It's just a 1 again. Okay, well,
Yeah,
that
it's
was his
ruthless.
bonus action. That was his bonus action.
All right.
Doc
Pick 1 through
points
7.
Yeah, Doc points at the one to his. Oh, you're gonna give me one? Great. Let's do 6.
Okay, so first of all, are you explaining to them a little bit of
Yeah,
like
Doc
what's
points
happening?
at the
and-
one that's number 3 and said, "Hey, that one looks a little bit like an elf," and points at number 5 and said, "That one looks a little bit like an orc." He explains the entire situation. He came into the room
Great.
and said, "Why are you doing this?" And he's a little frazzled, and it doesn't even care anymore. Doc uses his movement and walks up to number 1 and just waylays.
You can take a swing?
Yeah.
Take a swing.
How do I even hit? It's been a while. Here we go.
That is the question.
Oh my
Apparently not with
gosh.
these dice.
What is happening? What is happening?
I didn't see what happened. A 9?
Another nat 1.
Oh, that's so sad. Do you get to
A
take
dirty one
another?
and that one.
Don't you get to take another attack?
He does have another
I mean-
attack, but still.
You gotta.
Doc is already like having not a good day.
Boy.
Take your final swing on this guy.
Oh,
Take your swing.
26.
That'll hit.
Oh, and you know what?
We have stated that like Doc always usually misses the first hit and then just comes back and hits
Yeah,
the
we've
second one. It's like
established
your
that
personal fighting
that's your
style.
modus operandi at this point.
Oh my goodness.
That is insane. I want to know how many nat ones you've rolled today. I wish there was a counter
Just
for
tonight.
like just today.
Yeah,
I think
just
it's
tonight
like
we're at
5.
5 or 6.
I feel like
How much
we're
did you
over
hit?
that. I feel like we're just
11
about at
points.
double digits.
He
I feel
is
like we
trying
need
to
a
be
supercut of all
non-lethal.
his not ones tonight.
Okay, you swing for 11 points of damage. So you run up and you do the. We just call this the dock at this point. You do the dock, which is you run up, you swing, it dodges, and as it puts all its weight on its left foot, you swing back the other direction and you hit it for 11 points of damage. As you hit number 1 for 11 points of damage, you notice that it crumbles to the ground. This thing went down way easier than almost anything you thought in a long time. Surprisingly fast. You also hear a very familiar sound as there's a beep, beep, and a moment later, can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
I've never wanted to pray before a roll before, but here we go. Let's go.
With how we've been rolling, I'll take
16.
any prayers we can get.
16.
Killer.
There we go.
You recognize this noise. This is not an unfamiliar noise to you. And as this noise starts to beep and the beep becomes faster and faster and faster, you dive backwards out of the way deftly. You get a couple steps away, and this thing explodes in a burst of flame. And then, in the same breath, you hear from high above you a clinking and a detaching and a thunk as a new robot falls from the sky and lands to take its place. Which you now know for sure is not Ivo.
Touche.
And as you guys look at the room in front of you, you take a breath, brace yourselves, and we will leave you there as we end our session. Hey guys, wanted to tell you about something we've got coming up. April 14th through 16th, the Campfires and Dragons crew is headed to the Nerd Culture Ministry Summit at Glen Erie Castle in Colorado Springs, Colorado. That's right, we'll be playing Dungeons and Dragons in a castle with a bunch of Christians. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a table for beginners. We're going to have a table for more experienced players. We're even going to be offering a table for people who want to try out Daggerheart. So if that's something that you're interested in, we're going to have a whole variety of different options, and it'll be a chance for you to play D&D with Christians in a real castle. Not only that, but the Nerd Culture Ministry Summit as a whole is a conference that's designed to help people use their nerdy passions and interests for the kingdom. So if that sounds at all interesting to you and you'd like to hear from keynotes like Butch Hartman, the creator of Fairly Odd Parents, you can come spend the day, hear the keynotes, check out the workshops, and then play D&D with us in the evenings. It'll be a true blast. Plus, our friends at Emberglow will have merch there. You'll be able to pick up some new dice and stuff if that's something you're into. So if that sounds at all interesting, head to ncnsummit.com. That's ncmsummit.com. You can pick up your ticket, see a list of all the keynotes, all the details. We'd love to see you there.